Hi, Mattress Mack here with my friend David from Camp Hope. How you doing, David?
Doing fantastic. Glad to be here.
You know, Camp Hope is a wonderful place that takes care of veterans with PTSD, people that were suicidal, out of work, estranged from their families. They come to Camp Hope, which is right in Houston, right up by the Sam Houston horse race track, and they stay there for how long, David?
It's about a 6-month program, sometimes a little longer.
Sometimes a little longer, and it changes people's lives forever, right?
That's the goal, yes,
What's
sir.
some of the things that happen?
Well, we've seen some guys come in living out in Sam Houston Forest, sometimes coming in from Veterans Court here in Houston or across the country. We bring them in from all across the country. And we see some very serious life change back into families. A young guy just came through our program back to his wife and his kids, also back to his community as a firefighter, so he's continued to serve his community. It's an amazing thing to watch.
And it's life-changing. When they come in, so many are suicidal, is that right?
Too many.
I remember many years ago, after I'd been out of college several years, I was at a friend's house, and I slept over there that night, and his father was screaming all night long, and I couldn't imagine. I said, "What in the world's wrong with your dad?" He said, "He does it all the time." And then I found out his dad had been in the Bataan Death March 50 years later.
Yeah, we see that a lot. A lot of Vietnam vets come into our program, Desert Storm, carry a lot of guilt for a lot of years, and when they begin to see that maybe some of that guilt can be removed from their life and they can take that trauma and turn it into something powerful going forward to help the next guy come home, it's amazing to watch.
You know, this country was founded on God, duty, honor, country, and these veterans that we salute here today, and so many millions of them across the country have done so much for us. It's time we continue to give back to them. So what we're trying to do is, tragically, Camp Hope is having a very difficult time raising money during this pandemic. Is that right?
Unfortunately, that's the case.
They can't have any golf tournaments, they can't have any banquets, they can't do much of anything.
Correct.
And so the money for Camp Hope is dried up, and it's almost to the point where you've got capacity for 80 right now. You've got 88 men there, right?
Yes, sir.
88 men, they're saving their life, and they're fixing to have to turn them out because no funding, right?
That's the case.
We can't allow that to happen, so I'm going to donate $100,000. We want to raise $1 million for Camp Hope as soon as possible. We're going to have a GoFundMe page to help David and his counselors and these wonderful volunteers and paid professionals help these veterans who've done so much for our country. They go over across the world, they fight, they see all sorts of hellish things, and then they come back here, and unfortunately, too often we forget about them, and they end up suicidal, right?
We're losing more than 20 every single day to suicide.
We can't put up with that, not in this country. We need to help our vets. I had a guy in here the other day, one of the guys that works here was a Marine, and he told me about every time one of his friends saw fried chicken, it reminded him of Iraq and the soldiers burning.
Right.
You know, so this is the horror that people go through, and this is the great work Camp Hope does, because in life all we have is hope, and Camp Hope provides hope to those who have risked their lives so that you and I can sleep under the blanket of security they provide for us every night. And it's time for us to step up during this pandemic crisis and help the people who helped us the most, the veterans of this country, and help out Camp Hope so they can continue to welcome with open arms these people who are on edge. They're full of anxiety, they've got mental illness, they've got depression issues, they're suicidal, and you and I can change these people's lives forever, because David and his people out there do great work. I've been there many times. I can attest to the fact that nobody out there at Camp Hope is making a lot of money. What they are making is a whole lot of difference in a whole lot of soldiers' lives.
What we believe is they put their life on the line. They deserve our very best to help them get back to their very best.
That couldn't be better said. Camp Hope believes that these veterans put their life on the line for all of us to provide us with that blanket of security we sleep under every night. They put their life on the line. All we need to do is raise $1 million as quickly as possible to help Camp Hope keep welcoming those veterans, keep changing lives and saving people's lives every single day, which is what you do out there, David. I congratulate you for your commitment. I congratulate the entire Camp Hope staff, and most of all, I want to thank those veterans for what they've done for all of us. And Camp Hope is doing their part to save veterans' lives every day. Not only save their life, but turn them into productive citizens where they can serve again in this great country, whether they want to serve as a business person, as a public servant, as a member of the clergy, or as a school teacher. They can have a productive life after going through the hell in foreign wars. So give generously to Camp Hope. We've got this GoFundMe page. I'm donating $100,000. We want everybody to donate as quickly as possible in Houston, because this is a treasured asset in our city that's helping so many veterans, and we got to help these guys by raising that $1 million to keep Camp Hope open and welcoming new veterans who were suicidal and changing their lives, turning them around forever. We can do this.
Yes, we can. There's no place like it in the entire country. I think Houston ought to be proud of the fact that there's only one. It's right here in our city.
People from across the country come see what you're doing.
Oh, from all over. Yes, sir.
All over. They're coming to see the great work the Camp Hope is doing, how they're saving people's lives. You know, these veterans, when they come back, they get disenfranchised from their family, right?
Very often, yes, sir.
Very often they lose their job.
They lose everything.
They turn to chemical abuse, substance abuse, alcohol, and then they're on death's door, right?
Correct. It's a very dark spiral that they get into, and sometimes it moves too quickly.
It moves too quickly. We can stop that spiral and make it a spiral upward of a funnel of success that Camp Hope can teach them. So we're asking you to reach in your pocket, donate generously to Camp Hope. We're going to raise $1 million as quickly as possible so we can help these veterans, help David and his crew out there keep doing this work. The work they do is admired by veterans groups around the country. That's why people come to Camp Hope to see the amazing work they do. And can some of the donors come out and see what's happening?
Oh, absolutely. We'd love to have you come out and see what we're doing. Obviously, you've been there many times, but we'd love to invite our community to come out and see a one-of-a-kind place, saving lives every day.
If you want to know more about Camp Hope, call me. My cell number is 281-844-1963. 281-844-1963. What's your cell number, David?
Mine is 713-248-6205. Anytime.
713-248
6205.
6205. That's the important guy right there. Talk to him, and you know, as we do this video here, there may be somebody out there that needs hope. Call David, because Camp Hope provides hope and change and life-saving advice and life-changing processes for veterans so they can have a productive life. They laid it all on the line for us. It's our time to do it for them.